Hello, class 12th. Biomagnification, also known as bioamplification or biological magnification, is any concentration of a toxin such as pesticides, insecticides, fertilizers, DDT, mercury in the tissues of tolerant organism at successively higher levels in a food chain. This increase can occur as a result of persistent, where the substance cannot be broken down by the environmental processes, food chain energetics, where the substance concentration increases progressively as it moves up a food chain, low or non-existent rate of internal degradation. There is a difference between bioaccumulation and biomagnification. Bioaccumulation is on a particular trophic level. Only the organism, due to the increase in concentration of a pollutant of a particular trophic level, are being affected. It is not being accumulated for the next trophic level. But biomagnification is increase in concentration of a pollutant in a food chain, that is from the lower one, that is from the producer to the simpler consumer till the tertiary consumer. The concentration magnifies, or you can say amplifies. Biological magnification often refers to the process whereby certain substances are moving up in the food chain. A large number of studies have concluded that although biomagnification is probably more related in occurrence than previously thought, there is good evidence that DDT-like organic substances do biomagnifies in nature. If you can see the above diagram, you will see that in case of the phytoplankton, which are the producers, the amount of DDT present in the water was 0.003 parts per million, which is eaten by zooplanktons. Then the food chain moves to the small fish, large fish, and finally to the birds. And there is a considerate increase in the amount of DDT from 0.003 parts per million to 5 parts per million. What is the result because of that? The birds are not able to form their eggshell, due to which the premature death of the organism is taking place. And there is a continuous decline in the population of the bird. So this biomagnification affecting the top level most. Your next topic is case study of integrated wastewater treatment. Wastewater, including sewage, can be treated in an integrated manner by utilizing a mix of artificial and natural process. It has been done in town of Arcata in the northern coast of California. The treatment is done in two stages. In the wetland area, Daldal, where the conventional sedimentation, filtration and chlorine treatment was given so that larger particles can settle down and most of the bacteria and other substances can also die in that case. But what about the dissolved substances which are having very heavy metals also? So what they did is they developed a series of 6 connected marshes over 60 hectares of marshland, and appropriate plants, algae, fungi, bacteria were seeded into this area, which neutralizes, absorbs and assimilate the pollutants. So all that dissolved heavy metals and the other substances which are actually the pollutant for the other organisms are now being utilized by these organisms such as algae, bacteria, plants and others, absorbed by them, so that the water which was coming out from those marshes flows through the marshes, it gets purified naturally. The marshes also constitute a sanctuary with high level of biodiversity in the form of fishes, animals and birds that now resides there. A citizen group called Friends of the Arcata Marsh, FOAM, FOAM, is responsible for the upkeep and safeguarding of this project. So, in case of the Arcata, we can see that with the help of both natural and artificial treatment, the water can be purified and biodiversity can be maintained. Now the next case study of Ahmad Khan, the plastic road builder. Both the brother Rasool Khan and Ahmad Khan, who once ran a bustling business of plastic, graduated to a more meaningful venture of using discarded plastic for laying roads. The oft used adage in every adversity lies opportunity would probably be an apt way to decide their venture. In 1996, when a ban was imposed on plastic bags in Karnataka, the question that the brothers who made a living by selling them in Bengaluru asked themselves was, what next? Looking back, Rasool says, since we had 100 employees who were dependent on us, we had to look for an alternative. That's when the idea of recycling plastic and mixing it with bitumen to lay roads struck us. However, for the thought to take shape took a while from the time in 1997 to 1998, when they began their experimentation filling potholes with plastic tar, aggregates and small stones. In Jayanagar area near the Rajya Rajeshwari, they engaged in pothole fillings. Soon they filled 200 to 300 potholes. It was by their own initiative, and they went ahead and filled them. The waste which is collected from various sources like apartments, schools and by civic workers is put in a chamber. The shredded bits are then stored in bags for about a week to drain out the moisture from them. This is then taken to a hot mixing plant located on the outskirts of the Bangalore, where it is mixed with bitumen to make roads. The plastic is mixed with other substances and a compound called polymerized bitumen. When this is used in roads, it not only withstands monsoons but also the everyday wear and tear. Normally, the lifespan of a road is about 3 years, but with KK Poly blend, the bitumen plastic mix, it is increased to about 6 to 7 years. This is because the melting point of bitumen is about 60 to 70 degrees, whereas that of plastic is about 130 to 140 degrees. The breakthrough came on April 9, 2002, when they met the then Chief Minister of Karnataka, S.M. Krishna. Owing to his encouragement, we were able to lay the first plastic waste road in Bengaluru in 2002 for a stretch of about 300 to 500 meters, says the Rasool. In December the same year, they laid a 30-kilometer stretch of road for the Bangalore Mahanagarapalika BMP. In 2003-4, they signed an MOU with the BMP to lay roads of 250 kilometers. As on date, they have laid a total of 1400 kilometers in Bengaluru in different stretches. This way, a man changed the roadside.